It is Friday, you guys. We had a fun week, a fun, eventful week in the world of video games. From things like Street Fighter 6 and Diablo 4 releasing to raving reviews. PlayStation Plus subscribers, look out because your June monthly free games have been announced, and we have some more of that to look forward to. And the Redfall story gets a little bit more interesting as more information is being released to the public. Topics like that and more to follow in this video. But first, let's start things off with Nintendo. Nintendo, as some of you guys may know, is holding their first ever Nintendo Live in America. They're holding it in September in Seattle, Washington, and they did begin allowing people to register to get free tickets. Some of you guys may know that Nintendo have opted to make Nintendo Live free with one catch. You have to register, and they're raffling off tickets to people. You do get them for free, but they will be issued at random. And registration has officially opened, and it'll be open until June 22nd. So if you guys are at all interested, make sure you guys register before June 22nd. Splatoon fans rejoice as we kick off the newest season of Splatoon 3. This is called Sizzle season, and Nintendo has brought out a lot of really cool stuff for this season, from gear to weapons to new maps, new modes. It definitely looks like a refresh of Splatoon 3. I haven't got a chance to check it out as I've been busy with some other things, but I'm definitely look forward to checking this out, seeing the stuff that's new, seeing if the meta changed in any kind of way. All in all, I love that Splatoon 3 is managing to stay fresh. Nintendo has proved that they know how to do this live service stuff right. So Square Enix, take a lot of notes if you want to kick off this whole foam star thing, because the competition in this turf shooter genre is fierce with Splatoon. The world at Nintendo isn't completely drama free, as controversy struck the Red brand when they issued a cease and desist to Valve, of all people, for almost putting the Dolphin emulator on the Steam application. Now, controversy struck Nintendo when they issued a statement saying that the Dolphin emulator and emulation in general violates Nintendo's intellectual property, and it stifles the creative freedom and innovation in game development. This struck a chord with a lot of people who are very pro emulation, and they quickly challenged this in, comment sections and stuff, not to Nintendo's face, but pretty much saying that emulation doesn't stifle creativity, doesn't stifle innovation. I kind of see where Nintendo's coming from. Like, yes, Dolphin emulates things like Wii and GameCube, which no longer are active platforms for Nintendo. But who's to stop them from putting something that emulates Nintendo Switch on Steam? I don't know. Maybe it's just a slippery slope. Okay, let's move on to the world of PlayStation. PlayStation officially announced the free games coming to the month of June for all PlayStation Plus subscribers. The games are NBA 2K23, Jurassic World Evolution 2, and Trek to Yomi. These games will be releasing June 6th to July 3rd. So if you haven't claimed the last month's games, make sure you guys claim those before June 6th. And on June 6th, you guys have some new games to look forward to. NBA 2K23, I think, is an interesting one because it's going to be outdated soon. But I am a fan of sports games, but I'm not a fan of buying sports games. So I am glad to play it for free. Why not? And Trek to Yomi looked like a very interesting indie game that I was interested in playing and never got a chance to get to it. But now it looks like a good chance to give it a shot. We've seen a big push from Team PlayStation as they've been putting some of their newer titles on PC of recently, and the newest title to get this PC treatment is Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. And this irritated PlayStation fanboys hard for whatever reason. I get it. Ratchet and Clank is kind of the only real PS5 experience that we currently have right now, and they're mad that PlayStation is letting it out to the PC gamers. But I mean, this game is like 2 years old by at this point, and it is a fantastic game, and more people deserve to play this game. I am pro more people playing amazing games, and as someone who's currently playing Ratchet and Clank currently, it is a fantastic game, and more people need to play it. And maybe PlayStation fans just need to calm down a little bit and expect that PlayStation isn't going to keep slowing down. They're going to keep releasing their newest games. I mean, right now it's Ratchet and Clank. What is going to happen when they release God of War Ragnarok? Are you guys just going to have heart attacks? One of the few amazing trailers that we got to see at the PlayStation Showcase was the gameplay of Spider-Man 2. Now, people kind of sit on two fences of this. Most of us agree the gameplay looked amazing and got us super hyped for Spider-Man 2. Other people were making the argument that maybe PlayStation showed off a little bit too much and they weren't really excited because they kind of maybe spoiled some situations for them. I don't really care. I was going to buy this game no matter what, and the gameplay looked amazing. But if you're one of those people who are angry that they showed off too much, the voice actor of Peter Parker did say that whatever you saw in the trailer is nothing compared to the full game. The game devs at Insomniac have been saying that Spider-Man 2 is going to be twice as large as the original Spider-Man game. And there's going to be tons more features like switching in and out of Miles Morales and Peter Parker kind of on the fly in the open world, as well as specific segments curated just for either one. Very similar to Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. And I don't know. I got me really excited. I know there's more that we haven't yet seen. So if you're one of those people who are nervous, maybe we saw a little bit too much, don't worry. We still have plenty more to see. Final Fantasy XVI is a game that a lot of us are anticipating a demo coming soon, but we're always just kind of waiting as to when. I personally believe Summer Game Fest is going to announce it, but hey, there's still plenty of time before June 22nd for Square Enix to announce a demo. There are some people at Reddit who were saying that they were getting notifications on their PlayStation homepage telling them that a demo available soon. A lot of them are saying that it might be connected to the fact that they pre-ordered the game, which does get me a little bit nervous if they're holding things back behind the pre-order bonus. That is a business practice I see a lot of these game studios doing, like NetherRealm Studios holding back Shang Tsung behind Mortal Kombat's pre-order bonus. Diablo 4 had some sketchy thing with early access behind like a deluxe edition. All these kind of pay gates that they kind of want you to pay just to get a little bit extra content, taking advantage of the most eager of fans is, in my opinion, not the best way of doing things. If you really want to take advantage of your most loyal fans, collector's editions, digital deluxe editions, those are fine. We're pretty much okay with those. But these like content that should already be just free, like demos and characters, I'm a little salty about them locking it behind pay gates. Just when we think Redfall is out of the clear, we're no longer talking about it, people have their focus on other things, Redfall just comes back to us. And the newest news comes from Bloomberg's Jason Schreier, as he pretty much reported that Redfall was in development problems long before Microsoft even purchased ZeniMax, and that a lot of the devs behind Redfall were actually never behind this whole multiplayer live service style game that ended up releasing to us. And when Microsoft had acquired ZeniMax, a lot of the development team were hoping that maybe Microsoft would go and cancel the project or just reboot the project, whatever it needed to do. Unfortunately, Xbox had different plans, ended up releasing the game as is. Kind of their whole hands-off approach that did not work out in this Redfall case. But, I mean, we don't know for a fact if Jason Schreier is accurate in his reporting. He normally is very accurate in his reporting, though. And as we see Redfall, the state it's in, it isn't hard to disagree with this is probably very factual. But things aren't too doom and gloom for Xbox, as Xbox fans have been speculating that Fable is probably going to show up at this Xbox showcase, and that is very exciting news. The official Xbox Twitter account posted up a video of a glittery Xbox controller that led a path towards like a computer, and that got a lot of people very excited and speculated that the glitter is symbolic to like the little sprinkle fairy dust inside Fable, as well as the music that was playing in the background was very appropriate for a game like Fable. So yeah, pretty much everyone has their eyes focused on this Xbox showcase. What are we going to see? Are we finally going to see Fable? If we do, that is very exciting. Metal Gear Solid 3 remake announcement trailer was one of the most hyped things at the PlayStation showcase, and a lot of diehard Metal Gear fans were excited to see this. A lot more diehard fans were very disappointed when they found out that Hideo Kojima was most likely not a part of this new remake, not even for consulting or anything like that, which got a lot of people nervous, especially as Konami never announced officially which team was working on this new Metal Gear Solid remake. And now a news interview that the developers at Konami had with IGN pretty much stated that Konami themselves are developing this Metal Gear Solid remake. Hideo Kojima has nothing to do with this, and they have support team Virtuos who's helping them alongside with like graphics and animations and stuff. Me personally, I'm not the biggest Metal Gear fan, so this does not bother me. I don't really like Hideo Kojima's video games to begin with. As far as like Death Stranding, and from what I played of Metal Gear Solid, is not really for me. But I understand that if you're a huge Hideo Kojima fan, it would upset you to know that he's not really a part of this in any way. But that is video game development. Most remakes aren't developed by the same person who made the original game. That's not really common practice. So, I mean, I don't think that this itself is bad news for Metal Gear Solid. We still have to wait for gameplay trailers before we can make an official decision as to whether this is going to be good or bad. Alright, let's end things off with amazing news with this review roundup. Diablo 4 and Street Fighter 6 reviews came out this week. Diablo 4 reviewed at a very solid 87 and Street Fighter 4 at a very amazing 92. This is great news for fans of either franchise or of both franchises, or even if you're not a fan, hey, video games scoring high is what we want to see in 2023. The bar is set high. I remember early on in the year when everyone was like, wow, Resident Evil 4 remake, Metroid Prime remastered, highest rated games of the year. This year is full of remakes, remasters, and now we're getting the big dogs, the big guns. All these games like Tears of the Kingdom reviewing very high. Diablo 4, Street Fighter 6, and I believe Final Fantasy 16 is going to be among these top reviewed games, and this gets me super excited for not only gaming in 2023, but specifically to be playing Street Fighter 6, and all you Diablo fans out there, have a hell of a time playing an amazing game. All in all, fantastic news to end this weekly roundup. That's all I have for you guys today. Do me a favor and like the video if you guys enjoyed the video. Please consider subscribing if you guys do enjoy this type of content. We do this every Friday. Let me know down below what are your guys' thoughts on any of these topics. And with that, I will leave you guys. Enjoy your weekend. I will see you guys on next week's videos.